Take it to the next level.
Hello. Happy Thursday, pre-Friday.
Hey, happy Thursday. Everybody look all right?
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
Come and join us.
I will.
Hey, look who we have, y'all. Mr. Garner, Mayor Garner, welcome to
Just got real.
Just Got Real. We got to be good. We at the mayor's office.
She said, shh.
Now, y'all know I don't normally do that.
Hilarious.
But we going to behave in front of the mayor. Well, welcome.
She gonna behave.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
I asked if I have to behave, and he said yes. So I'm going to, I do. So I'm going to have to behave, y'all. So this is Mayor Garner, for those of you that don't know, for KCK.
Yep.
All right, brand new too. So let's see, when you took office, when was that?
I took office on December 13th.
December 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how's it going for you? Goodness.
It's been busy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I have to juggle when you talk about issues, concerns, problems. I mean, just day-to-day stuff that cities deal with, be it potholes, crime, personnel, budgets, kind of the politics of things, trying to work with the commissioners to be able to get things done, having staff, giving them, some direction through our administrator on some things that the community needs. So, I mean, it's a lot. Then you got to get out in the community. You got to stay connected and engaged. And
yeah.
So it's really, I'm the mayor 24/7.
I see you out and about all the time, just doing all kind of different stuff.
Yeah.
Huh?
Right.
Yeah.
We were pulling up and you were out there with, what was going on?
Yeah, what was going on?
That was a prayer vigil.
Oh, that's what it was?
Okay. It did
Okay.
sound like they were
Yeah,
praying
no,
or
she
singing
was
a song.
singing, and I was like, okay, I don't know what he's got going on. It's a
Yeah.
party.
Mhm.
Aw, we love that. I also saw you out cleaning. You had your trash bag.
I
And,
saw
yeah.
that.
Yeah, you
Yes,
seen that?
yeah.
What's
I saw
that about?
that.
What was you doing? Was that Parkwood Park?
It was Parkwood Park. I did Argentine. I did a couple, 2 or 3 spots. Yeah.
That's cool.
Just going out in the community, just help. It was a cleanup that several groups were doing. So I just went out and helped them.
And got in the trenches.
And
Huh?
right in
Got
the
your
trenches.
hands dirty.
Yes.
I love that. Now, Parkwood Park, let's talk about that.
Okay.
How's that going as far as the swimming pool and the property? And can you kind of give us some light on that?
Yeah. There's a shortage of lifeguards, and not just here in Wyandotte County, but throughout the KC Metro. Don't really
Lifeguards, y'all.
know. Yes, don't
Yes.
know licensed lifeguards.
Right.
License. not your sister
You
cousin.
can't just jump in
Yeah,
with
not
a,
your sister cousin.
with a life jacket. I'm here to
Maze.
save you.
And you can't be on there and then dial 911. You
Right.
gotta be a real life.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's drowning.
Uh-huh. That's terrible.
But because of that, we raised the minimum wage to
Oh.
a minimum of $15 an hour to try and
That's
get
awesome.
some people. Yeah, and we did that across the board for all positions in Wyandotte County, and we're looking at even raising it even more because the job market is so. It's not tight. It's just trying to get people that want to come to work
Absolutely.
after the pandemic.
Yeah.
It's been a challenge. But the deal with Parkwood Park and the pool is we're hoping to get it open this summer, even if it's on a limited capacity. But our struggle is just getting enough licensed lifeguards to be able to staff it. But it's ready to go.
That's
Awesome.
awesome.
So do you think you'll have them in play before the summer hits and the kids can make use of the pool?
We should be ready to go from what I'm being told. So we'll see.
So people are applying.
People have applied, yes,
That's good.
but we need more. We need more.
Yes, yes, we definitely need
Well,
more.
if you need a summer job,
There you go.
go ahead and look it up.
So I love how you're engaged. Now, do you handle your own Facebook page?
I do.
Okay, because it seems personal, right? And I like how you call out people. You give people shout outs. Your teachers, the youth programs that are going on in the city. If you guys are not following him, and especially if you're from KCK, you need to be on his page. What is it, Mayor Tyrone Garner? Okay, y'all need to follow that page because he's telling you all kind of stuff. Okay, daily stuff that he's doing, things that he's been involved in. You even have the opportunity to respond on his page and say, hey, how can I get involved? What can I do? Right? I mean, I love that. That's community based. I love that. Yeah. Yeah. Giving shout outs to public employees. I saw some of the boxing in Turner. What's that about?
It's a program for our kids. I mean, if that interests your young folks, there's an opportunity there to get into the boxing club.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Now, I saw this article and they were talking about the violence in the city. And I'm going to quote you, okay? Being proactive in stopping violence by learning to, what's that, de-escalate? Yes, de-escalate by incorporating conflict resolution, respecting and value each other, and loving one another. I like that. Can you expound on that?
That's just a proactive approach. I mean, I was a police officer before I became mayor, and I retired as a deputy chief. So I've been to a lot of prayer vigils. I've been to a lot of shootings, and you'd be surprised how many people either gotten severely hurt or have lost their lives over some of the most pettiest things.
I know.
And so conflict resolution, de-escalating, and just we've got to learn how to value life.
Right.
Especially lives of one another. And that starts with love. I mean, we got to get back to loving one another because we are people. We don't want another person not waking up and another person waking up as a loved one to mourning.
Yes.
Like I wrote. So that's the foundation. There's nothing that serious where we should be taking each other's lives and killing people.
Not at all.
We just need to get back to the basics. Some things you just got to chuck deuces and keep it moving.
I totally agree. Can you bring up that? Okay, so Mayor, I asked several people in Wyandotte County, because I don't live in Wyandotte County, but I asked several people in Wyandotte County if they could give me some things that they would like to ask you. So Addie has a list of a few things a young lady wanted to talk with you about.
Where's it at?
I messaged you, Messenger.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she had quite a few.
Yeah, start in the beginning.
Okay, I'm struggling to take pride.
Speak up.
While property taxes are rising ridiculously, all I see is trash on our streets. Wyco is a hot mess. Glass, car parts everywhere, debris fill our streets. So much left in our streets after an accident. Car towed off, debris left for our tires. Come on, I want the change so badly that I would be happy to part-time contract with Wyco to clean the streets. Seriously, hear me.
Okay, that's the first one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your thoughts on that?
I agree. That's why I ran. A lot of it has to do with funding. There are a lot of needs in the unified government. Right now, the administrator, I've talked to her. One of the things I ran on was doing independent audits of the entire organization. And so she's taken that on really to look at efficiencies, how we can save money, how we can use technology better. I understand that taxes, at least if you got your evaluations, your assessments, they've gone up, which means your tax bill is going to go up if you own property. Those are all problems for me. And so what I've done is, and I encourage everybody, and this is where I'm going with this, watch your unified government commission meetings and those standing committees. It's eye-opening. You have to know where your commissioners stand. There's 10 of them on these issues. As the mayor, it's a weak mayor form of government. I don't have the power or the authority to tell anybody to go pick up trash, fill a pothole, or anything, because it's a weak mayor form of government. Our staff does, and our administrator, they have more authority than your elected body. And that's the way it was set up when they unified Kansas City, Kansas with the county of Wyandotte to become the unified government. And so there are a lot of issues, but I did come out with a tax proposal to where it was designed not to allow for a tax increase, um, as well as trying to address the pilot payment in lieu of tax on your BPU bill that a lot of people deal with.
Right.
Why is that important to me? It hurts seniors and it hurts poor people the most. And so I tried to present just a conversation about that to our commissioners, and they totally rejected it.
Wow.
They did not even want to hear it. And so I encourage people to go watch probably the last 4 or 5 commission meetings. You go to YouTube and just type in UGTV, and then you can see where your individual commissioners stand on these issues. And then my thing is hold me accountable if I'm not meeting expectations or reflecting what your values are. But you need to know where your elected officials stand. Come to the commission meetings every 2 weeks, every Thursday, 7 o'clock, and make yourself and make put your voice out there so you can be heard, and let the people that are supposed to represent your voice and your interests, let them know how you feel and where you stand on the issues and what you want them to move forward for you. Because if they don't hear from you, they're going to decide for you. And that's not how it's supposed to work. Decisions should be made with the community and not so much for the community, but the community has to get involved. And I told people, even in my inauguration speech and when I ran, I can't do this alone. This isn't about me. It's about what we have to do together to change what's going on in Wyandotte County. And so that's pretty much where I'm at. But if you have those issues, I can push those forward to the administrator if you give me the exact locations and addresses to handle short term some of these issues. But long term, yes, we've got to find real solutions to these problems. But I can't do it by myself. We have to convince our commission to invest in blight, in taxes, or at least lowering taxes, to invest in the people, places, and things that have been disinvested and are disenfranchised for far too long. And so I need the community to stand with me in this regard, because I do love Wyandotte County, but I value people even more. But I can't do these things by myself, because as the mayor, the only power I have, and a lot of people don't know this, the commissioners vote on things. Before they vote on things, they're put on an agenda. I control what goes on the agenda, and I can keep things off the agenda. But that's my only power, other than I can veto stuff that I don't agree with in the commission meetings, or I can break a tie vote, because there's 10 commissioners that represent Wyandotte County. Other than that, I cannot direct, promote, hire, fire, tell anybody what to do. You got a pothole, I don't have any authority to tell anybody to fix it under our form of government in Wyandotte County. I have set up a task force to look at that, to bring forth recommendations so we can change that, so the elected body is more accountable to the people, along with the mayor, and that the staff members in the administration is more accountable to the mayor and to the commission. That's how it's, my opinion, how it's supposed to work, but that's not how it's functioning right now. Really, it's a non-elected administration and staff strong government. So you got people that aren't elected by the citizens of Wyandotte County really making a lot of those decisions, where that pothole is going to be fixed, what type of economic developments are going to occur. They funnel that information to us from a policy standpoint. I look at the policy, then I give it to the commission, and the commission makes the final decision on the budget. But once that goes out to the administrator and her people, the staff and the employees that work here, they have complete control. And so we have limited control once that transition takes place.
Wow.
So he literally just answered
The other one.
Yeah. Every other question that she had. She had 6, but I was like, oh, he okay, he just went over that. I was like, so.
Yeah.
But she wants to help clean up the streets.
I would say if you want to help clean up, reach out to my office, 913-573-5010. You can connect with myself or my chief of staff, Dr. Edwards. We have some task force that we are talking about doing some things that are changed. I know people have heard of listening tours, community conversations, town halls, or let's put together a plan. My history working for the unified government as a police officer, I didn't see a lot of that stuff go anywhere. So the task force I set up are actionable. They're made up of residents, the commissioners, the non-elected staff, and they funnel recommendations through my office. And hopefully the goal is to have budgetary considerations, thing that can be put in resolutions or ordinance by the commission, or we could give it to the administrator, who has a lot of authority and power to just change practices and procedures. And so those are all actionable things. Not that anything's guaranteed, but it's better than just having a conversation or listen to, or that goes nowhere.
Wow. I didn't know it was set up like that. That's not
I
fair.
learned a lot.
I know,
I learned a
right?
lot just now.
Now,
I was
look
like,
at
okay.
the mayor of New York, Chicago, Atlanta.
Right.
They are
Yeah.
very powerful.
Yes.
They can say, this is what we're doing.
Mm.
I do a lot of asking, but I can't do no telling.
Mm.
If that makes sense.
That does make sense.
Where when these other ones, these mayors come in, they can do the telling,
Like,
and they ain't asking nothing. They're just telling you, here's what we're doing.
Right.
So that's the difference.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is Missouri set up like that too?
I haven't really looked at their form of government. I do believe that the mayor there, Quentin Lucas, he has a little more ability and authority under his form of government than I do.
Wow. Wow.
The big thing that he doesn't control is the police department. You
Right.
Yeah.
really watch that play
That's
out.
true.
That's actually state control. So.
Mhm. Yeah, I've seen him upset about some things that
Mhm.
they're doing over there. Wow. Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay, so you really answered this question on this other one, but I do want to bring this to your attention because I did get a call about this, and I do want people that reach out to us to know that I'm trying to fight for you too. Okay, so I did speak with the mayor about this, so I do want you guys to know that I did talk to him about this. So this is in regards to 80th and State. All right, the strip mall there. Apparently is terrible. The violence, the stealing, the making people scared to even open their businesses out there. If you guys don't know, there's all different type of businesses out there: Hardy, CVS, Family Dollar, City Trend, Save a Lot, the laundromat. They said that the homeless people be hanging out there just hanging out like it's a hangout spot. The lighting out there, when the people get off of work at night, the lighting is terrible. They said there's hardly any lights, and the owner is supposed to be fixing that. The police response time 45 minutes and over before any police show up. So what's your thoughts on that? And I know you said there's not much you can do, but what can we do, or them as a community, what can they do? Oh, and I'm sorry, they do have a petition that they got all the business owners to sign saying, hey, we're scared, help us.
Well, one thing I can do, I can take that petition to the chief so he can put some attention in that area. But the police can't do it by themselves. They're only as good as the information and the support they get from the community. And really, the community has to take ownership of what goes on in the community. When I was on the police department, a lot of people didn't want to get involved. They had a lot of complaints, but they didn't want to get involved.
Mm.
You got to be courageous, unapologetic,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't fall into this, I ain't snitching
Mm-hmm.
mentality that we
Oh,
sometimes have.
Yeah.
We have to really move forward with taking back our communities.
Mm.
And so I know there's a lot of neighborhood groups in and around that area. I encourage people to find out who their neighborhood group president is. And you can go down to 4951 State and talk to the Livable Neighborhoods lady that works there. Her name is Andrea Geranu. And she can get you in contact with your neighborhood group leader. But people have to galvanize. If you have a problem, come together as a community, and as a group, you can meet with have the chief come out, or the top commanders in the police department come out. But the main thing that a lot of these community groups do is they reach out to the community police officer to handle some of these issues. The police don't know what they don't know, and you can't assume that they do know. Just because it's happening, because a lot of times some of these businesses don't even report theft or things that occur because they have policies from their corporates that prevent them from doing it.
Oh,
and
wow.
so you have to find that out. But I would tell people to connect with community policing. West Patrol is right there. Connect with that commander there and let them know we need to have a conversation, and take some people with you. If you need to talk to the chief or a top commander about some issues, please reach out to my office at 913-573-5010, and I can help facilitate that as well. But it's one of those things where the community is going to have to come together and cooperate with the police in a way that can bring about the types of changes that this community deserves. Because if that's happening, that's it's shameful for me to even hear that kind of stuff occurring. But I don't want people to feel frustrated like there's nothing that can't be done. There is something to become, but you just have to be the change you want to see by going out there and effectuating that change and really get involved in your community.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't, who?
Nobody else.
You got to be the change you want to see. And so there's a lot more good people doing good things that care about this community than it is people that wreak havoc.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that neighborhoods had group leaders.
They do.
Really? Huh. And how do they become group leaders? How do you find them? How do you know where to reach out to them at?
Well, like I said, you go to right next to Gen X.
Uh-huh.
There's a city building there, 4951 State. It's called the Neighborhood Resource Center.
Oh.
You go in there and you go to the Liberal for Neighborhoods office, and the young lady, again, her name is Andrew Jerenu. She can give you that information.
Mm-hmm.
And the community police officer is right next door. So even if you don't want to talk to her, you can just catch up with a community police officer, find out who your community police officer is, and then he can work with you on trying to solve that problem.
Wow. Okay. Do they have that in Missouri? Can I ask you Missouri questions?
Right.
I wouldn't know them, So.
No, I'm just messing. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Well, let's see. Oh, so what you got going on recently? I mean, can you tell us, give us some what the future holds for you? And
right now, I've got 7 task force out, and the task force I mentioned it briefly, and they're really focused on addressing a lot of issues that the community had brought forward to me when I was campaigning. Everything from criminal justice reform to efficiencies in government to unhoused and impoverished populations in our city, focusing on those issues, to small business and streamlining the bureaucracy that we found that occurs here in the unified government, just trying to get a business going. So it's a variety. There's 7 committees, and we put those out. And Dr. Edwards, who is my chief of staff, if you're interested, you can call that same number, 573-5010, if you want to get involved with that and volunteer to be a part of those task force to find those solutions. So we put that together. When I first came on, not too long after I came on as your mayor, I had the opportunity to hire the first Black female county administrator in
awesome.
Wyandotte County's history, and her name is Cheryl Harrison Lee. So I'm really proud about that. I'm proud of the work she's doing. And I stand by her and I support her. And right now she's doing audits of the entire unified government, trying to drill down, see where there's deficiencies and inefficiencies, trying to fret out fraud, waste, and abuse. And the goal is how do we provide better government to our residents, better service to our residents, and how do we find cost savings that can be translated to our residents? And so that's the main priority. So she's dead in the middle of that. I talked briefly about the big thing going on now is our budget conversation with our commissioners. My thing is somehow this mayor and our current commission, we've just got to find a way to find common ground to work on this budget issue. And it should, in my opinion, it should be community driven. And it didn't matter where I went in this community when I campaigned. The number 1 and 2 things that were of concern, no matter what race you were, where I went, was property taxes and the BPU pilot. Those were the number 1 issues.
Yeah.
And so I've been really trying to fight hard to share that with our commissioners, to let them know that this is a huge issue and a huge concern. It hurts poor people, number 1. And then number 2, we can never get real development to come into Wyandotte County to revitalize the disenfranchised and disinvested areas, because a lot of the businesses say your taxes are too high and your BPU is too high. And so, how do you attract those rooftops and those brick and mortar businesses? You've got to hold the line on taxes, and you've got to get more businesses and more rooftops in here to spread out the tax base. So that's the message that I've been sending to our commission. I even came up with a sales tax proposal to get things like new fire, police stations, new rec centers, spray parks for our kids, road projects, a transportation hub. And again, it's a constant fight because our commission rejected that for this year.
Wow.
They rejected my budget idea. And so again, watch these commission meetings and you'll see where your commissioner stands. And so it's an ongoing battle for me just to try and push forward the things that I ran on that the people told me that was most important to them. But I'm in it, and I'm not going to give up on this community because, like I said, I'm here to fight for the people of this community. That's why I'm their mayor, and I'm not going to stop fighting. And I'm the voice.
Yeah, for us.
Yes, and so I have to keep fighting because I've sat in people's living rooms and literally watched them cry about taxes and some of our seniors, they don't know how they're going to make it.
Yeah.
And when I recall those conversations, that's what galvanizes me even more to just, you can't stop fighting for what's right in this community. The disenfranchised areas, I call it economic segregation. When you go from eastern Wyandotte County to western Wyandotte County, I have nothing against Village West.
Man.
We want that to continue to grow.
Absolutely.
But we have to do something about these areas that have been disinvested and disenfranchised.
The whole Wyandotte County, the inner city of Wyandotte County. Right. I mean, they're keeping it the same way for years. Why are they not willing to put money into the community that these people live at? That these people, I just don't understand. Why not give back?
Right.
And here you're fighting and you're saying, come on, here, this is what I want to do for them. And they're just like,
Mm-hmm. Right. So
then where do we go?
Well, it's a challenge, but I always say, hold me and hold your other elected officials accountable. Because ultimately we report to you, the people. If Tyrone Garner ain't cutting it, I'm a utter failure, I'm not reflecting your values, vote me out.
But how are we going to leave you accountable when, like you said, you don't have the power to do a lot of things that you want to do? So how can we hold you accountable? I mean, listening to you talk, how do we blame you when you're not able to do the things that you want to do?
Can't enforce anything. Yeah.
Right, I mean.
Can't try to do anything.
That's true. I mean, but again, you got to go with what is my power? Putting stuff forward on the agenda. Right. That's my power. Now, I can't vote on anything. Right. I don't have the final decision, but for me, it's making sure the right things get on the agenda for consideration by the commission. Ultimately, the commission decides, and so you need to see and know where your commissioners stand. And if they're not doing things that reflect your values, email them, call them, come to these commission
y'all hear that,
and let them know that either you're happy or you're not happy. They need to know, because I've gone to a lot of commission meetings and nobody shows up. So you're leaving it to them to decide what's best for you.
That's true.
And I doubt they even live. I doubt they even live in the city. I doubt they live in Wyandotte County. Do you have to live in Wyandotte County?
You do have to live in Wyandotte.
Oh, excuse me.
But they each have different districts.
Oh, yes.
Right.
So you know.
Just in her.
And what district they in? They ain't in this district.
Right, exactly.
So it's just one of those things. It's just holding people accountable, and even coming out to commission meetings and just watching and observing. You gonna know where your mayor and your commission stands. And again, there's election cycles coming up. Pay attention. Your vote does matter. It counts. That's why I'm your mayor, because your vote mattered and it counted. And here I am. And I'm going to continue fighting for the good people in Wyandotte County that deserve better. It hurts me and pains me to see, because I grew up in the Northeast, to see that area has even gotten worse from when I was here. There's nothing. There's no amenities. Jobs are, depending on where you're at, goods and services, or no grocery stores. I mean, literally the area has been just devastated. And so I'm working with the administrator, trying to do some things to at least get some developers. I see hope. Some developers have come forward
that's good.
because
they have shown interest in doing some things in the eastern portion of Wyandotte County. So I'm waiting to see what those proposals look like, but they have been coming through now that I'm mayor. My job is, I just want to put a bug in the administrator's ear to at least work with these developers and try and help get those development projects through.
So is one of your task force on the development side, where you guys are trying to get some grocery stores in the city's area? I mean, is that kind of part of the task force? Or I saw you meeting, what was that, with the UA? You guys were meeting about development and put more things in the city, more buildings, or like you said,
grocery stores.
Yeah, and which is a big thing.
Needed.
Yeah.
It's absolutely needed.
Is that part of one of your task force?
Yeah, the efficiencies task force. Mm-hmm. That's one of them. And so we're looking at, there's nothing that I'm not looking at. I found out just when I became mayor, there's more issues going on than I thought, a lot more. And we're trying to juggle them all, but I'm pushing the envelope on what authority I do have to try and get things done. And I just want people to stay encouraged with me and optimistic with me that you got somebody in this mayor's office that's going to fight.
Yeah.
I don't care what they say about me, how they come for me. They're not going to silence me, and I'm not going to be unapologetic trying to do what I know the people of Wyandotte County deserve, especially those in the disenfranchised and disinvested areas. Mm-hmm. They deserve better.
Absolutely. So guys, again, if you want to reach out to the mayor, or if you have any concerns, you can also reach out to What's her name? Miss Edwards.
Doctor.
Dr. Edwards, excuse me. And that is 913-573-5010. Right? You said it so much I didn't
Right?
I didn't memorize it. I know you didn't memorize it too, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Well, we appreciate you letting us come out. We know you're busy. Maybe in 6 months to a year. Oh, well, wait a minute. Yeah, maybe in a few months we'll come back and say how things going. I mean, you never know, right? So we live in Missouri.
Yes.
Okay.
But
so a lot of this we didn't know I didn't know what's going on because I don't live on this side.
Right. And talking to Kansas residents,
right.
and they do have those legitimate concerns. And so I'm glad that he's on top of them, y'all. He knows what's going on.
Right.
And here, I want to give you this petition. All right. I printed it out. These are all the businesses that filled out the petition. All right. So we hope that you'll turn that in to the chief and tell them to do something. Get on that. Them businesses, that's not fair for them not to be able to run their businesses like they,
Not be able to open the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the point of having a business?
Right. So can we get you to say, shh, just got real? Look in the camera and say,
it got real.
See, you can't never.
At least he did something.
I got real. No, I ain't saying it, Stacey. No, you ain't gonna make me. Leave me alone. All right, y'all. If y'all have any questions again for Mayor, y'all can comment. Did anybody comment? Have you been looking? Here, really, Mayor, give us 2 seconds. Make sure nobody's commenting and asking him questions. Yeah, because I did have somebody say, "Are you going to answer questions while?"
Well, this is really delayed. That's the reason why I didn't.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Yeah. People are watching. Are watching. But
yeah. No comments.
Nope.
No questions, y'all. Well, anyway.
Questions anyway.
Okay. Well, we wanted to check and make sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming out, and we love being here. And y'all, we in the mayor's office. How about that? All right. Well, y'all have a good one. Thank y'all for coming out. Well, you know what? We still need to do our. Yeah. If you want to leave us, we know you have. Because we're going to go ahead and finish out.
You going to finish out?
Yeah. Okay. So you can go ahead. I know you have another meeting to go to.
All right.
Appreciate you.
All right. Have a good one.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank
All right,
you.
y'all. That was pretty cool, huh, y'all? So we wanted to end out. Y'all know we normally do our National Day.
Right. We have to do that.
Yeah. And what's your day today?
It's International Roller Derby Day.
Today is International Roller Derby
I found
Day.
out today myself.
We had to give Addie her flowers today because that's her thing, y'all. Roller derby.
Y'all know
Yeah. Okay, so National Day, Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I know some of y'all out there already on that end,
right.
sipping.
Sipping in margaritas.
National Astronaut Day.
Oh, okay.
National Hoagie Day.
Okay.
National Silence the Same Day. Did I write that down?
What is it?
I don't know if I wrote that motherfucker down. Look, I can cuss
That's
now.
silence. That's silence. What?
Silence the same day.
The same day.
That's what it say. National Totally Chipotle Day. Did I write that down? You know what?
What else did you write?
National Day of Prayer. Now that's a good one. Yeah. Okay. Look, okay. Well, we're glad y'all came. Yes. This is something different today.
It really was.
I hope that you got some of your questions answered. And if not, again,
I hope you found it interesting.
Yes, again, you can reach out to the mayor at any time. Ask him any. Well, I don't know about asking him any questions. 913-573-5010.
It's going to be a commercial.
He said it so much.
It's about to be a commercial.
I know. Y'all, I had to behave.
Girl.
Y'all know I don't know how to do that.
Y'all want a Coke, Sprite?
Sprite sound good.
Coke Zero?
Sprite.
I'm good.
Thank you. Hey, that was Dr. Edwards, y'all. She can care of us. Hey. All right, we out. We love y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Oh, is this going to be our last show for a while?
Yes.
Sorry, I could introduce myself. I'm Mildred.
Oh, we know who you is, girl. Season. That was Dr. Edwards, y'all.
And she would fly too. We should have.
Yeah, that's the mayor's chief of staff. I know we should have brought her in, had her introduce herself, because she did say Mayor had some projects that he was working on too.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we'll get those and we'll share them with y'all.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Anyway,
this is our last.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So y'all,
Okay.
this is our season finale. All right.
Yes.
We are getting ready to take a sabbatical. Is that
Yep.
what it's called?
We're
Maybe
taking a
a
break.
couple of weeks to a month.
Right.
We're gonna get some material together.
Yes.
And this
Prepare.
is 22 shows
Dang,
that
has it
we've
been
done.
22 shows
Yeah, that
already?
we've done together since we started in December, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before Christmas. I
This is the
remember.
22nd show.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a break. We're gonna do
Dang,
some fun
really?
things. Yeah. Yeah. We've been doing it every Thursday
22 so
since
this was a heck of a
December.
season, okay?
Yeah, hell of a season. So we're gonna take a
We're
break.
taking a break.
And we're gonna get some stuff recorded and get you
Yes.
guys together. So no more Thursday lives for right now.
Right.
Okay, give it a couple of weeks.
Yes.
In the meantime, we're gonna be posting our memes, maybe go live every now and then just to
Right.
mess with y'all. But that's about it. Okay. All right, we love y'all. Continue to follow us, share this,
Please.
like it, comment, and we'll see y'all soon.
We'll see you soon.
Shit just got real. All right.